Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of season 2 of the Growth Invitation. In this season, as you all know, I am committed to bringing you powerful females from all around the world to inspire you, to share with you their challenges and their growth. So, as an invitation and inspiration for you all, so that you know no matter what you're doing, where you are, what you've experienced, whatever your starting point is, you can always choose to grow and manifest your dream future. And today I am super excited to have Maria on with me. Hello, Maria.
Hello. Welcome, and welcome to beautiful California.
I love that you're in beautiful California and I'm in rainy London. Um, shows the power of, technology and being able to bridge our lives together, right? And that no matter the time zone, we can always be sharing with each other. And this is what I love about the power of the tech age. So what we're going to be doing today, and I'm super excited to bring Maria on because she is mega experienced and she has a lot of stories to tell us. But we're going to be talking about the topic of how to navigate life when everything gets turned upside down, and which does happen a lot. So, but before we get into all of the story and all of the chats, Maria, please give the audience a little introduction about you.
Well, where do I begin? Now, don't let this gray hair fool you, right? There's a lot of wisdom there. So I am a certified high performance coach, also law of attraction life coach, also a certified transformational coach, as you know. And I have been in this space for personal growth and development stage for many years. And when people see me, they just say, "Whoa, you have a lot of energy." I said, "Yes, I do. I am an energy magnet." And what I love about life is we have the ability to create more energy, regardless of our age. And I know your audience ranges from ages 20 up to probably 80. And the beauty of women is that no matter what your age, no matter what you're going through, we are strong and powerful and can overcome anything with the right support, the right community. And there's so many different phases of our life that we go through. And I have this saying that I've always used my entire life is when life throws you lemons, you do make lemonade, but I always say to myself, put your big girl panties on so you can get over it. Put your big girl panties on so you can get over it. As a matter of fact, that's the title of my book. But reality is, I sometimes, I'm still blown away by the fact that, I'm a 3-time bestselling author. That at 42, I left my corporate job, which I was on top of the world, and started a $1 million consulting business in the tech field. And then over the last 40 years, I'm so proud of the fact that I have been able to impact and inspire over 1,000 entrepreneurs to create the life that they truly desire and they want. And I do that through moving them from their limiting beliefs to limitless living. And so that's kind of my thing. But when people look at me, they go like, "Oh, you've always been that way." No, it wasn't always like that. Because really, Janet, according to the odds, I shouldn't be here today. Because at age 38, I got my first diagnosis of breast cancer. And oh, by the way, what are we wearing today? I'm wearing today. We're wearing pink. It's pink because I don't know about in your part of the country, wherever in the world you are. Pink for me is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And as a result of that, I wear pink every day to remind everyone to get themselves checked, whether you're a man or a woman, because breast cancer does impact and affect everyone. And then at 38, when I got my first actually it was 39. It was right before my 40th birthday. I got diagnosed and I went, I don't have time to deal with this. In a big corporate job, very successful, and I just said, well, do whatever you need to do and let's get on with life.
Wow.
That's exactly what I did. I just like went through it, did it, have the surgery, have the radiation. What do I need to do? 5 years later, I was having a conversation with another woman in corporate and said, I don't know, I never really talked about it a lot. I just kind of just moved on. And then one day I'm sitting having a conversation like we're having today. And oh my gosh, she revealed that she had gone through the same thing. And there was such a strong connection. Such a strong connection. And when you meet people that have gone through it, I just said, oh my gosh, I've been holding a lot of stuff inside about the cancer treatment. But life was moving on. But not for long. Because at 48, I had another phone call. You have breast cancer again. And if you don't do something right now, you will die. Now, and I know everyone, you've experienced downfalls, people in the family ill. We've all lost loved ones. But let me tell you, that was like a slap in the face and a big wake-up call. That you need to do something right now. But what happens to us when that happens, Janet? My biggest fear is, who's going to raise my children? Who is going to guide them through life? Who is going to help my mother, because I was also caregiving for her? Who is going to do all this? And we as women, we have a tendency sometimes to worry about everyone else and not care for ourselves. And as we say, how do we pour into people when our cup is empty? And that was a big, like I said, a big wake-up call for me. And so I am so committed to just making sure that every October we honor those that we've loved, we've honored those that we've lost, and we make sure that you get checked, because the life you save might be your own. So it's your life becomes, it's just, your life goes upside down. And so when that diagnosis hit, I was completely paralyzed. And that is not something that I do. I still remember that day getting the call from the doctor. As though it was yesterday. And like I said, your thoughts run through. I am really in a place that I've never been before for this particular situation. I've had a lot of issues and a lot of things that have gone on, but this one's like, oh, I've got those 2 kids. I've got a husband. I've got a family to take care of. And that was really my biggest worry. So I did what I had to do. And by this time, I had met a support group of women through breast cancer walks, breast cancer awareness communities. And I did something that I have never done in my life. I asked for help. That was the biggest lesson for me to learn, that you have to ask for help. It's okay. It's really, truly okay. And our community came together. It was just unbelievable. And when I woke up because I did have to have a bilateral mastectomy, when I woke up, let me just tell you, I looked around the room and all these people that were there to support me. And it felt so wonderful. And I was like, oh my gosh, how do I ever thank them? And they said, you've always been here for us. This is our time to be here for you.
Wow.
So it was pretty powerful. And so, it was so funny, Janet, when I first got diagnosed, I was like, I did the pity party. Why me? Why me? Why me? Haven't I already lived through this once? Wasn't once enough? And then I realize, if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a very strong woman. And I realized the reason the universe, God, the spirits said, it's okay, Maria, because we need you to be a lighthouse for others that get diagnosed. And from that point on, if someone gets diagnosed, who do they call? Who do they call? Me. So I can support them through and navigate this challenging time in their life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow, that's really
Yeah.
powerful. And thank you so much for sharing because, I mean, first of all, to find out that your first diagnosis was like 38, 39. I'm 38 now. And I'm like, oh no, I'm way too
Mm-hmm.
young for this. Like, it's not gonna be me. Like, I'll worry about it in a couple, like, 10, 20, 30, 40 years time. But oh no, like, first of all, we all need to be aware and just remember to keep ourselves
Absolutely.
checked for health
Mm-hmm.
reasons. Because it doesn't choose you by your age. It's not like, oh no, you're a bit too young. I'll go somewhere else. It happens because it happens. That's the first thing. So thank you for sharing that reminder. And, I changed into pink because actually I was like, oh no, I really want to honor this as well with you. And my family does have a history, I guess, with cancer. My family members have been through it. So I also know how hard it can be. But secondly, you said something really, really powerful. You said, you are a very, very strong woman. And I know, and we all know, we both know, really, really, really strong women. But how are strong women going to continue navigating life and challenges? Well, we have to have a community. Because without the community,
Absolutely.
we don't, there are things and there are times when we can't get through it on our own. And that's when the community actually comes in. I mean, I I would say pretty much every woman around me, at least in my peer group, we're all high achievers. We're all like
Mm-hmm.
multifaceted. We all know and do so many different things, not just look after ourselves, but our partners, our children, our family members, etc., etc., etc. Like the list goes on. So it's almost like, well, yes, by default, we have to be really strong. And we are always the ones who will have
Exactly.
to hold the fort, essentially.
Yes, that's right.
But
We
then
are the
what
foundation.
happens when life slaps us in the face? Then what
What
do we
happens?
do?
I tell you, you got to put your big girl panties on so you can get over
Yeah.
it. You have to put your big girl panties on so you can get over it. And I know this is a it's a serious subject,
Yeah.
but you really have to just dig deep. Who am I as a woman? Who am I as a mother? Who am I as a daughter, a sister, a friend? And by gosh, they need me. And what is so powerful is, as a result of going through so much personal development and personal growth, from the time I was in my mid 20s, I started the personal growth and personal journey. And I have not stopped since. And I'm going to be 70 in 2 months. I'll be 70. And I'm still going and I'm still learning every day.
I mean
And
I'm shocked right now. Like I did not know that you were going to be 70. Oh my goodness, Maria. Wow. Like when we go to class together, we'll show up and you're super mega energetic. Like I would not put you oh my goodness. I'm just like in shock right now. Life goal. Life goal. By 70, I need to look like that.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love
So
it. I love it. I
so
love it. I love
let's
that.
let's let's okay, let's get real here and let's really digest this.
Okay, let's really digest
Okay.
it. Let's really digest
What do
it.
you mean when you say get on with it? Because It's so
Get over
easy.
it. Okay.
You are on the outside. You don't know what I'm going through. Have you seen my life? Have you seen what I've gone through? And I know I do that sometimes. I know I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yuppa. I know I need to get over this, universe. I know you're putting this, but have you seen? Then what
You know
happens?
what? It's something that is so common. You don't understand my circumstance. You don't understand what I'm going through. And to some extent, it's true. But I ask you, who are you? Who are you and who are you becoming? You get to choose who you become. And what happens when overwhelm kicks in or circumstances that challenge us, what happens, Janette, is this. Our old programming from our previous experiences begin to take over. Our old programming. I'm not smart enough. I'm too tired. I'm not good enough. All of those limiting beliefs begin to permeate when things go sideways. And because of all the training that we've had, that you've had, that our community has had, we have built a system of support that we can walk through it. And so we can walk through it together and we can walk through it individually because I spend my entire life, I do coach full time. That is my passion and I've been doing it for a long time. And when someone starts having the pity party, I actually say, all right, let's go through some sort of exercise, some sort of meditation, some sort of clarity exercise to remind yourself who you truly are and who you truly are becoming. But all those beliefs begin to surface, and we all have them. They are deeply embedded in our cellular system. And when something goes awry, we have a tendency to revert back. And so all of those automatic negative thoughts begin to occur, right? And how many negative thoughts do we hear every day? 60,000 thoughts go through our brain, 80% of them are negative.
Wow.
So we have to be strong enough to say, okay, I am aware of what's happening. And the first step is the awareness. What's going on right now? I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling uncertain. I am feeling my self-esteem is low. I'm feeling bad. I'm not worthy. I'm bummed about what's not happening. I don't know about you all out there, but we do have a tendency to feel that way. And that's okay. The question is, how long do you stay there? How long do you choose to stay there? So when you find yourself having this belief that comes up again, or this negative thought that comes up, I'm aware it's happening. Now, let me ask myself a question. Is this true? Is this 100% true? And then what one thing, minor action, small action can I take to move it to a different space? What could I do?
So it's actually about having
What can I
that,
do?
I guess, almost like allowing ourselves to question ourselves to start off with. When I'm having
Mm-hmm.
a little pity party and going, oh, but you don't know what I'm going through. It's actually
I
we
said,
laugh because we're like, yeah, we've seen it, but we both go through it too. Like I definitely go through it. Like you don't know.
I do too. I do too. I do it every single day. Every day I look in the mirror. I want you to know that every day I look in the mirror and I say to myself, you are a beautiful woman, Maria. You are a beautiful woman. Right? Every day. because it wasn't always that way. I never, the stories I heard when I was a child. And so I have to tell myself and remind myself every day, I'm a beautiful woman. I'm a powerful woman. I'm a strong woman. I love myself. I actually love myself. So that's why every day it is important to work on your mindset. It is so important to work, I'm going to say that again, on your mindset every day. Just like you get up, you have water, you need to feed your brain, right? There's not a day that goes by that I do not feed my brain. Whether it's a podcast, whether it's a business podcast, a motivational podcast, but I am feeding my brain positive energy every single day. It's part of my morning routine, and I'm very big on routines.
And I think that's a really big,
So,
important thing about it is that, like, whether we like it or not, our brains are being fed. Like, but
mm-hmm,
you get to choose what you want to feed it with. And because it's either unconscious to you and you're being fed stuff on social media, TV, when you're out and about, on ads, like everything, or we get to choose what do we want to put into our brains from the moment where we wake up. And what you're saying is actually, well, first of all, it's important as a daily practice to feed ourselves positively. Maybe it's a podcast that we've chosen to listen to. Maybe it's some, I don't know, whatever, a book you're reading. Maybe it's just, even if it's just like really nice, positive song, you know, with really great lyrics, like it could be anything that's positive that actually feeds our brains. And then the self-talk, the positive self-talk, like affirming back to ourselves, you know, what you said, I am beautiful, I am confident, I am worthy, I am enough, I am whatever we want to feed it with before we go out
exactly.
on our day. So morning routines are really important. And then, so coming back to when everything gets turned upside down, how does this help us? How does the morning routine help us? Because very often, right, we're going about on a morning routine, right? I've got this down, Maria. I know this. This is my morning routine. I'm going with it. Something happens. Now what?
Right?
Now, because now I'm like,
Something
wait,
happens.
something's
Snap,
happening.
baby, snap. Something
Yes.
happens. Guess what? We have the ability to reset. Because many people go through the day and something happens and their day is ruined. Everything that we do is a choice, right? Everything that we do is a choice. So I do my morning routine. Have my morning coffee. I listen to my business guy. I listen to my spiritual. Listen to my headspace. And I listen to music, whatever it takes. But I make it a practice that every hour I reset. Because I could take whatever's happening right now, like this is great and I'm having a great time, boop, boop, boop. But like 2 minutes from now, somebody will call me and say, hey, so-and-so's in the hospital. Oh, okay. Well, I have to leave this and go, all right, I got to go deal with this now, but I have to reset. So what I have to do is I have to go release whatever just happened. I have to intentionally, and it is an intention, is to release whatever's going on right now. And then set my intention of what I expect to happen for the next hour. And sometimes it's every 2 hours, but I am always resetting the day because we have a tendency to let the day run us when we get to choose how we run the day, right? Absolutely. So it's just like for my coaching appointments, I only do 45-minute coaching appointments. And there's a reason. Because when I'm coaching, we're having really discussion and I never know who's going to show up, right? And you just never know who's going to show up. So I'm having a coaching appointment and I'm, okay, this is going to swing this way. So at the 45-minute, I know I got to wrap up because I have another call in 15 minutes. So by say 10:50, I am off the phone because I give myself 10 minutes every hour. Reset, prep for the next appointment, re-energize, because we Our bodies are like a power plant. The power plant doesn't have energy, right? The power plant generates energy. And we have the ability to generate the positive energy we need to go into that next meeting, that corporate meeting where you don't like the people in the meeting, or okay, I'm going to show fully up. I'm going to be fully prepared, fully present. And when you said music, that lit my soul because I will turn on music and I will dance even if it's only for 2 minutes because that infuses so much energy into me. And then I set my intention for my next meeting, my next client, whatever's going on,
Yeah.
right? So we have the ability if we choose to. Or you can choose to go down into the pity party. Everything we do, Janette, is a choice. Janet, everything is a choice.
Oh, that just, I resonate. I'm literally beaming from ear to ear because I'm like, yes, 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 yes. My heart was like, yes, 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 yes. Because I think we have been so conditioned to think that freedom looks like a thing. Freedom looks like a destination. But freedom is a choice.
It
Freedom
is.
is a choice.
It absolutely is.
We have
Yes.
the freedom to choose, and we have the freedom to choose the freedom. And freedom is a choice. So
Right.
everything is a choice. And everything that happens, like you said, minute to minute, hour to hour, we have I guess the freedom and the happiness and the contentment and the bliss at the end of the day, by the end of the day, is how many times have you chosen to be happy? How many times have you chosen to be free? How many times have you chosen to be feeling good
Right.
about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we get to, I love that actual reset practice per hour or per set amount of time, because
Mm-hmm.
it just means that, oh, I can let go of whatever just happened rather than
Right.
carrying it with me. And I gotta keep adding the layers on when I gotta carry it with me. And then we end up going like this and we're like walking around and we think, why am I so tired all the time? Well, it's because you gotta
Exactly.
carry all the other stuff.
And you can feel the energy. Like say you're in a business meeting and you go into these business meetings and you go from hour to hour to hour. And I said, you know what? Stop. We're only going to do meetings for 50 minutes. You should be able to get everything done in 50 minutes if you're intentional. And then you're normally like hustling and bustling because I have another meeting, a meeting every hour for the next 3 hours. So you never give yourself that reset break. So if you, and by the way, you can control, most of the time you can control your meeting time, right? You can control it. And then that gives you 5 minutes to return a phone call, to go to the ladies' room, to stretch, to reset. And now, okay, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm ready to go on to the next activity. But we're so busy running around, not giving ourselves that space that we need to reset. And you're right, it is a choice. I choose joy. I choose joy. I'm grateful that I wake up on the right side of the sod in the morning. I am grateful that I am surrounded by amazing community, and and every day at the end of the day, but even in the morning, I always ask myself some questions. Who needs me on my A game today? That gets me in the right. Who needs me today?
Oh,
Who needs me? And how do I want to show up? And who can I be a role model for today?
amazing.
Right. So those are the questions I ask myself every day.
Amazing, amazing. I just love your energy. I'm like, just like, I don't ever want this podcast to end. We could talk forever. So as we start to wrap up, Maria,
Right.
I know. I'm like, why is it only 30 minutes? Uh, um,
No, it's good. 30 minutes is great. I love that because you
yeah.
don't want to go forever.
We could talk forever. Well, I'll bring you on back again.
I know.
I promise. So coming back to the whole topic of how do we navigate life when everything gets turned upside down? And it's great. We shared a lot, and you shared a lot about your daily practices, the things that you can do in the morning, etc. But if we're like, okay, I'm really, really like really things have turned completely upside down. I've been smacked, punched, dragged backwards through a bush. I'm really in that situation right now. What can I do or my audience do in order to get out of that so they can continue to live their life, or at least start to feel like they're living their life again rather than life is living them.
So I'm going to ask a very significant question. Who's mentoring you? Who's coaching you? Because who's your community? That is, if I'm having a situation, I would pick up the phone and call one of my trusted advisors, one of my closest friends. I'm having a moment. I need you to just listen. And I will listen. The community, the people that we surround ourselves with, because we are the sum of the 5 people we hang out with, right? You know that. So if I have a core group of people, I'm having a moment, I need you to listen. Okay, I don't want you to give me solutions, I just want you to listen. If you know yourself well enough, you know those special people that you can reach out to. And it's important to allow yourself to ask for help. I'm going to say that again. It's okay. Hardest thing I ever learned, biggest lesson I ever learned. It's okay. Reach out to someone that loves you, that knows you, and that can guide you through this very difficult time. Because no one does it alone, as we know. And what you're experiencing is what I might be experiencing today. If you hold it within yourself, you will hurt yourself. Be okay with reaching out.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much.
And I don't care if you're 15, 20, 22. Some of my clients are early 20s and some of my clients are mid 70s. It doesn't matter. We're all going through the same experiences called life.
And I think that's the best thing to remember. And yeah, I really resonate with that. If I hadn't had my community
Yeah.
around me, I wouldn't be here either. So yeah,
Right.
it's so important. Reach out and ask for help. It's okay. You know the people, or there are professionals out there who can help.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's a counselor, maybe it's just anywhere that they have like the charities that you can call. It's ask for help. That's the first thing. So then you can get removed from that immediacy of the situation and holding it in and then releasing it. And then you can give the space to allow yourself to come back. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a bunch of women just wanting to cackle at each other all day long. That's fine.
Yes, that too. I mean, that's the best part of it. Oh, thank you so much, Maria, for your time today. Really, really appreciate you coming on and sharing your
Oh, no,
story
thank you. I'm so
and
grateful.
all of your wisdom, and even, letting us tap into your morning routine and the things that you do on a daily basis that help you stay so energetic and so happy and so positive and serving in the way that you are. So thank you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it very much. And I will be talking to you again because I want to have you as a guest on my podcast as
Oh,
well.
thank you so much. So, ladies, for everyone who is listening, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it. We would love to hear from you if there is any thoughts that you have on this episode, anything that maybe you've had a similar experience, maybe, there's something that you want to ask us about, a further question. What does this mean? What did that mean? What exactly is more of the morning routine? Whatever it may be that you want to know, just reach out to us. And please do take your time to check out Maria's content and also her website, which are all in the links in the descriptions. So connect with her as well. Take your time and
Absolutely
connect with
connect. I love
Maria.
connecting.
She's an amazing woman with incredible energy, so you definitely don't want to miss that out in your life. And yeah, if there's one thing that as an audience you have taken away from Maria's story as well, please do share it. We love hearing from you. And on that note,
And don't forget your
oh, and
pink.
don't forget your pig for the rest of the month. Anyway, so thank you so much, Mary, once again, and thank you everyone for tuning in. We will speak to you again in 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.